Yeah.
So,
good.
of course, as always on Shop Talk, I am the new co-host because Matt is on assignment.
And of course, obviously, Matt is not here tonight, and we do miss you, Matthew.
We always do miss you, and I'm sure I know what's going on with Matt. I am sure that this is a little bit of what's going on with Matt right now. So
And of course, Matt is still out of town. Oh wait, Matt, are you going to be back? When are you going to be back, Matt?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome again to Shop Talk Tonight with BlasterPro's. Woo!
Hello, everybody.
Girls, children of all ages, this is, of course, Chuck, Charles, Craig, BlasterPro. And gentlemen, I am Sergeant Slaughter. Ladies and gentlemen, this is, of course, Charles, Chuck, Craig, BlasterPro. Yeah! Charles, Chuck, BlasterPro, Craig.
Hello,
BlasterPro.
Brought to you, of course, by Charles, Chuck, Craig, BlasterPro, right here.
Woo! The man, the myth, the legend, Charles, Chuck, Craig, BlasterPro, right here, coming at you.
It's good to see you again.
It's good to see you, sir.
I'm actually glad you're back.
Don't lie, but it's okay. I
Okay,
appreciate
just like before, you didn't miss me either.
Oh, whatever. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. I am back. Yay! Woo! Live from BlasterPro Studios, we've got Charles, Chuck, Craig, BlasterPro.
Hello, everybody.
And I am Matt. You hear me, Muppet Wells. In house, we've got Mr. Hell himself, Rodney Heck. And at Mission Control, we have Mr. Hayden Charles Craig.
He's the guy that pushes the buttons.
He pushes the button. I push the button. I push the button. I push the button. We've got from Straka, what's up? Daryl Hargrove says, Matt! And Jeff Hayes says, evening.
I actually primed the heck out of that Volvo panel, Jeff. So I'm going to have it here in the workshop tomorrow night for sanding.
Sanding.
It's got like 6 coats of primer on it, so it ought to be should stand up pretty nice, hopefully.
So unfortunately, I have to announce that unless anything detrimental happens, Chuck no longer gets to use the Matt is back.
Yeah, only when he goes on vacation.
Only when I go on vacation. Sean Atkins says,
hey,
hi.
Sean.
Hi, Sean.
But no, I'm happy to have you back, sir.
I'm glad to be
not
back.
Not that Rodney did not do a good job. Rodney did an excellent job. He even kept score once.
Oh, nice. And I won't be ditching you anymore because I now have a new position with the University of Cincinnati.
He says there seems to be a very cold and irritated
person in the left corner. That is valid.
That's Rodney.
That would be Mr. Rodney Heck.
I think I need 470 ohm resistors.
He needs a 470 ohm resistor. He's been sitting over here mumbling about it.
Kind of like Rain Man.
It is. Definitely.
Congrats, Matt. They give you the official offer. Yes, I have it. I actually have it right here. As well as my background check and all kinds of other stuff they had to do.
Filter caps. I need filter caps.
He needs filter caps as well. Apparently.
He needs filter caps. Say that.
Definitely filter caps. Definitely filter caps.
Dad lets me solder slow in the driveway on Sundays. I am truly happy you're back.
I am too.
And now your kids will actually get a chance to know you all.
I get to be an actual dad.
Yeah.
Is this video live? Yes, Nick, this video is live. That's Nick, by the way.
Nick.
Yeah.
See? There you go.
Nick Spinelli?
Yeah. I had no idea that was Nick.
Which Nick is it?
It wasn't when I was on. I don't know when you were on.
Nick, it's always live, unless you're watching an old episode.
Did you accidentally Tuesday and it's 8 o'clock? Then it's live.
Did you accidentally click on an old episode?
A minute ago.
That's the intro.
It was the intro.
You were watching the intro?
Yeah. The intros are always.
I had a black screen. Nobody knows what he's talking
Did
about.
the intro roll? Did they see the intro?
Yeah.
Well, you got to think it actually sets it up whenever when we start to set it up so people can start talking on it.
I would think Nick, of all people, would have good internet connection.
It's not the internet connection. It's an ID10T issue.
It's an ID10T.
Stop talking about idiots like they don't know.
Hayden,
Some
I just
don't.
broke
Go
this.
ahead and write out ID10T.
I just broke this off for you, sir.
What is it?
Let's do I.
Click. This is good.
Oh, good job.
You could do it in Sharpie. It's too late. Unsubscribed.
We don't want you.
And T.
There you go.
ID10T issue. Yeah, that's what that is.
You could have written that.
I didn't want to
actually-
take the chance with that.
I
so-
refreshed it. Look at it.
Oh, look, it does draw. No, yeah, that would not have came up.
This thing's like 5
I
years
wouldn't
old.
I wouldn't have worked. So how's it going, sir? We already know what's going on with me. How are you?
I am good. I had a really cool conversation with a good old friend of mine who offered me up some very expensive and very cool equipment at a very reasonable price that I still absolutely cannot afford. But it would have been a game changer for down here in the shop. It would have been a game changer.
Bring back Rodney. Hashtag bring back Rodney. He was a better co-host.
Is it because Rodney didn't speak?
You can't unsubscribe, Nick. You'll.
We know where you
they'll
live.
Just have to assign another fed to keep tabs on us.
Yeah. So anyway,
It's a D&D in on Friday.
I am super pleased. Now, I was thinking about this because Rodney is, in a way, losing. Did Nick play too?
True, that stipend is nice. Now, he had to go out of town again, so he wasn't able to.
Okay.
He's basically going to be like.
He's going to be a drop-in character, kind of like a rogue or something.
He is. He's going to be a drop-in character that just pops in like a reoccurring character on a show. He's just going to be one of those type of people.
He's kind of not going to be a full quest member.
He is not. He'll get some experience and whatnot, but he is more or less going to be just a reoccurring actor.
Cool. That's cool though. Sometimes he joins and sometimes
He's Kramer.
He does not.
No, because Kramer had some solid episodes of his own.
He's like Vosh from Next Generation.
Yeah, we can go with Bosch.
She gets like 4 episodes.
Yeah.
And 1 DS9 episode.
Yeah.
Oh, Christ.
There we go. We went there. The donkey in Clerks 2. Oh. Sorry, we'll get it.
This is a conversation that should have ended over a month ago.
It should have ended.
And the
over a
fact
month
that we
ago.
don't get closure on this conversation, it just keeps popping back up.
It
Is
does.
this my fault?
Yes, it is.
It is absolutely
Exactly
100% your fault.
Like
I'm a
Chaka on Land of the Lost.
Chaka. That actually, let's just do.
Remember, you got to call it the show, Nick.
Okay,
The
so in Stargate SG-1, there was also a Chaka character that was a reoccurring character.
Yep.
He didn't speak English. Excuse me.
Yeah, we did.
We don't talk. We don't hot trek here. Hayden is offended.
The one who can end the stream is offended.
The one that has all the power.
Matt is currently under the Alex persona. Maybe he's killed them all, and they're all just like he's just literally all of them are dead, and he's just popping on as whichever one he can be for the day.
That's kind of scary.
I'm just saying.
You would think by now he would be out of some sort of jail and actually use his own
I got
account.
nothing. I got nothing.
All right. So I'm glad you're back. I'm happy you're back. Oh, so one thought I had, and this is a thought that popped into my head.
Bodies.
Is that a Wookiee?
That was a Wookiee you heard, yes.
I was going to say
I'm
nice
formatting.
things about Matt.
And you're in
but
the
never
Wookiee formats for you?
Wookiee formats, yes.
Matt said he was going to say nice things about, I guess, himself, but he said never.
About that, but never mind. I was thinking if you guys wanted to, I know you're totally committed and love getting out of the house and coming over here, but we could, if you wanted to take a break from the show, we could do a rotating between you and Rodney.
It doesn't matter to me. If
No,
that's
it's
what
up to
wanna do.
you. It's up to Rodney.
If you don't want me here, that's fine. I
I
understand.
did not say.
Matt picked a nice wife and made good kids.
So all sins are forgiven.
Everybody keeps saying Amanda's a saint, but I know her.
She's pulled the wool over everyone's eyes. Is that right, Matt?
Exactly correct.
No, she's just been married to you forever. So.
Exactly. So she just gets that many points back bonus.
I'm pretty sure I get to go to heaven now because I'm.
But you have the most amazing huggers of kids.
Right?
Your kids
Right.
are all huggers.
Yep. I wonder where they get that from.
You know what? You are not a hugger. You are a molester. There are two differences. Although you may have started. You may see. It's the way life is, where you get the hugging fix, and then you gotta escalate.
Mom passing. Oh. Sir, I'm sorry to hear that. We will try and provide as many laughs as we can tonight. If it helps, I can molest Chuck some.
That, or we can talk about Rodney's feet.
What? He had a piece of plastic in it last they checked. That didn't show up in the X-ray that I got weeks ago. It's because plastic.
I think you put it there since then. It's been.
It has the same density as bone. It could have just been a weak growth.
Were you trying to rebuild it with plastic? Is that what happened?
I got a 3D pen.
Oh my God.
Look at my baby toe.
We are not going to do an OF for Rodney's feet. We're going to do an OnlyFans for Rodney's feet, right?
Oh, that's
gonna bring in
dude.
a
That's
whole
like
bunch
That's like Walking Dead, but not walking.
It's just that.
That's funny. I don't care.
No, we're hoping Rodney has a
I have
speedy
bags on
recovery.
my eyes. Can you see this? Or is it
It's-
just my glasses?
It's just your glasses. It's the
I
refraction.
got
of
new glasses, so I'm trying to figure it out.
I did not get new glasses, so what I did is I installed a monitor right on top of my desktop, my workstation. I mean, yeah.
I mean, he's not lying. I don't have anything to say about
No, it's literally I'd have to get up and walk over to the big monitor to
read anything
look at detail on blasters that I'm trying to reproduce.
because he has no idea on how to zoom. They have this thing on.
I do zoom,
you
but
can
the zoom is
easier.
it's look yeah, forget it. It's like 15 feet away from me.
What are you talking about?
How far that is, I had to go over and stand in front of it to be able to use
My
it.
foot.
See.
I can rebuild it. I have the technology, Rodney. Probably.
Yeah.
They put me in a boot, but I'm not wearing it.
And they did put him in a boot, but he is still wearing his mismatched orthopedic sandals.
Flip flops.
They're.
Chocolate.
How about your broken toe? Is it feeling okay?
Do you have a broken one too?
Yes.
You didn't. You missed the stream.
I've missed a lot of stuff.
He broke a toe on his way to the hospital for them to scrape the bad foot. So he walked out of the hospital with two different types of orthopedic
goodness.
sandals.
If you look, I look like you, except they're not.
We should 3D print Rodney a new foot.
They do have really good 3D printed hands. You can actually articulate the fingers and everything.
They do.
You really got anything
I
in
don't know if they've done anything for the foot. I mean, I know they've made them to where they can go faster, but I don't know if they
Yeah,
can
like
go,
the springy feet.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
like the backwards facing.
I want those.
curved
dude.
foot.
We played against a team called Paraplegic Turtles in the IO.
And they whipped your ass.
Oh my God, they did. And they had, everyone on there had at least one of those springy feet. So we're like, oh, we're gonna kick their ass.
That's
Oh
the beginning of what do they call that? Augments.
Cyber.
I thought we were gonna.
Cyberpunk.
I thought we were gonna go with the ringer.
The ringer. All right. So, Matt, you know what we're doing this month for a contest?
I do know what we're gonna do.
Actually, you know what we skipped
That's not
over?
you
We-
skipped.
I
You
know.
skipped over that. I was just gonna
Okay.
go let you go.
Guess what? Etsy.
Etsy.com/shop/BlasterPro for all your blaster needs. Or if you actually want to see what's going on, go to BlasterProShop.com.
That's where you get to see the full inventory, but it's very difficult to order through there.
Give away the Proton Pack in front of you.
No,
It's
it ain't done yet.
It ain't done yet.
and it won't.
And it's only 75% size.
Yeah, you need a small person for this one.
It's for a midget.
So
Oh wait, little person.
No self-censoring. Dude, she threatened her teacher. What do you think she'd do to you?
I'm sure that would crush Rodney's soul at all. I'm sure that wouldn't crush Rodney's soul at all. A child, kiddo, the child.
So also going up this month on Etsy.
Etsy.com/BlasterPro.
Actually, I've been struggling since the weekend or since last week to get these built. I just haven't had time, but we're going to have, and I'm going to have these for Hayden before the end of the week. Hopefully he'll do the photo shoot over the weekend. DL44 Bestman, DL44 Return of the Jedi, and DL21 Hoth and DL21 Return of the Jedi are all going on up on Etsy. So that's 4 new, actually, scratch that. That's 4 blasters that haven't been up on Etsy for a year, going back up. So
they're gonna have the orange tip and everything.
They will have the orange tip.
Just the tip.
Just the tip. How I've decided to get around this is I'm not blatantly coming out and saying I will ship it without the tip. I am shipping them with custom paint jobs.
Sounds like you're under the weather, Chuck. Are you feeling okay?
No, I'm feeling fine. Yeah, I sound fine, don't I?
Yeah, as far as I can tell, you sound fine.
No, I'm doing pretty good. I feel pretty good.
And now the news.
Now, oh, by the way, the controversy I was talking about the shout out and everything.
Yeah,
that was actually Nick that they thought.
Nick, PFC Quick was Nick.
Was who they thought was him.
Wow. Some beaver, somebody.
Nick has no idea what kind of controversy he caused a couple weeks ago.
That's the other reason you need me here is because I keep.
Well, Nick doesn't come up that often. And that's why I didn't remember it. Because
we looked through your book, but nothing's written down.
You need to put an inventory in the back.
I keep track of everybody's name.
He does.
And
I have
most of the time it's in my head.
I have my head is completely full of useless blaster knowledge, and I can't keep track of everyone's handle.
Full of porn.
See, his porn registry is like this: looks at it, forgets. Oh, look, gone. Oh, gone. And then he's able to remember that PFC Quick is Nick. He's also.
You want to know the other reason I know that?
Because he uses that handle when you beat him in chess.
No. He's right now. He's like the last 3 games he stomped my ass. But yes, he
good job, Nick.
One. That was him winning. Oh, so yeah, if he wins this one, it'll be the last 3.
There you go. All right, so. Those blasters are going up, and lately, this week or this past week, I only received 2 orders, so I'm actually not very busy on blasters right now. I'm just finished up a few more orders, and yeah. So if anybody needs anything, I'm free to make stuff right now. Yeah, because all I have to make right now.
I thought you were putting thermal debts out there.
Oh, the squishy thermal debts. You know what killed it? I don't like that little piece I quickly rigged to put on the top of it.
Fair enough.
Is that bad?
Yes.
Like I should just get them out there, and then next time I make a new mold, I should fix that?
Matt says clone trooper or long rifle.
It is
15.
The 15 is in the works, just because I actually have to make one for a friend, and I need to make one for myself because I kind of like the idea.
It's kind of a neat gun.
Yeah, and I like the idea of my Wrecker or my Echo
blaster.
Andor blaster. Are we talking about Andor's blaster himself? Because I was actually looking into that. I'm a friend. This is another friend. He's an in-shop friend. He is doing a clone trooper. His clone trooper has not been in as long of process as my clone trooper.
So it's not Adam.
It is Adam.
Adam's. Oh wait.
Yeah. Well,
Adam's has been longer than yours, though.
Yeah, but I had my armor 5 years before.
Oh yeah, but you never bothered with it.
You're right.
Recently,
You're right.
So
okay.
I don't really count that.
Isn't Adam almost done?
Like that was a trade that ended up happening.
It was a trade. Yes.
Yes, Adam is almost done, but we don't ever think he'll end up being done.
He wants to do Chainsaw Man now.
Adam will eventually come back when COVID is completely eradicated, or we're all wearing those body condoms with. Adam's going to be back when the world finally morphs into that whole, what was the movie?
Biodome?
No, what was the movie with they had the little sniffer things on them?
Dune?
No,
not Dune, on their noses. They had little filter things they put on their noses.
Still sounds like Dune.
Hemotherms, or what was it? No. Why can't I think of the name?
It was Dune.
No, it wasn't Dune. No, they had a really cool scene where like the guns would come out of a little
Daryl
apparatus.
Hargrove says anything from Andor is acceptable.
Oh, well.
Matt says Dune had that.
Anyway, it had the chick from the Resident Evil movies in it.
Alana Jonovich?
Yeah. She was like
Let's look up whatever the hell he's talking about.
She was like a hitman. It was actually a cool movie.
Wait, I know what you're talking about. I saw it, but I can't remember the name.
Like the people that were sick were like hemotherms or
Yeah.
And they all had the little filters on their noses.
Shot in a bombed out industrial complex.
It was shot also in a weird aspect, like kind of like a weird filters on it, and like they would load up in their little arm wrist thingies. They'd load up all their weapons.
I remember.
And they would come out. You would just have the weapon materialize out of ultraviolet. Straka. Always go to Straka for useless knowledge.
Wait a minute. I don't think that came out the way you meant it to, sir.
It actually came out exactly the way I meant it because Straka always knows when we're trying to come up with this
kind of weird. I'm not gonna lie.
It's like it's his moniker. He has all this. He has a database of stuff that nobody cares about.
Well,
except for us when we're trying to figure it out.
I mean, it's perfect for when we need it, but
It comes in handy. Yes. Exactly. Ultraviolet was the name of the movie. If you've never seen it, you should at least see it once because it actually, visually, it's a really cool movie.
storyline was not that great though.
The storyline kind of sucked. It's about the kid, what was his name, Adam or whatever the heck it was, and he was in a briefcase.
Yeah.
Or like dematerialized into a briefcase.
Daryl Hargrove says Star Wars.
So getting back to Andor, one of the blasters I had on my worksheet that I did not get to this month, and I probably won't, is the Return of the Jedi E11 and the Andor DH-17, and somebody else said they were similar to the Rogue One DH-17s, which I don't even remember DH-17s in Rogue One, but I was paying attention to other things. Anyway.
So what are we looking at, DH-17 or E11?
The DH-17s in Andor are one in perfect light. They're in a prison. So, you know, and I noticed.
I haven't watched it yet, so it's on my list, but
You haven't watched it yet? What? Dude, you've been on the road.
Yeah, I've been doing
lonely
D&D stuff.
Lonely hotel nights.
I've been doing Dungeons and Dragons.
Dude, the D&D stuff started after, maybe 2 months after it ended.
Yeah.
And it's kind of screwed up workshop. Nobody gets anything done.
We haven't done anything. I was thinking about that. Anyway, so
whose fault is that?
The Andor.
What? I actually work. I've been working on the proton pack.
He has been working hard on the proton pack. The Andor
7 years working for Blockbuster. There you go. See, I'm not saying it was a bad movie. I'm just saying the story was not.
Do you remember when? Because I just had an idea. I just thought about this because the other night Hayden and I were messing around with a VHS tape from Blockbuster, and it had the little strip.
Man, that must be a terrible late fee.
Yeah, it's a horrible late fee. We could buy our own Blockbuster. Maybe we brought down the company with that tape.
You have a copy of 50-50 with Peter Weller in it?
No, it's
I have a copy of
horses. Or no, it was human trafficking.
Human Cargo.
It's a movie about human trafficking. Anyway, that strip in the back on the spine, we ripped that out because the label was coming up anyway. But see, do you remember in Hollywood or all those other places, Blockbuster, where you would go to the checkout counter, do all this, and then they would take them and put them on the other side of the scanner, and you grab them and go out the door. They had the magnetic strips of them.
I got a funny story about that. I used to work at the college library.
It's still not quite high or low enough.
What is it? Oh, the sign? Yeah.
And you take those strips and you put them on people?
So when someone tries to leave the store, they set it off.
Yeah, the library at my college used to have those too. I met Kira Sedgwick and Kevin Bacon at my old store.
Wow.
The Baconator.
Yeah.
The original Baconator.
Yeah. Okay. Moving on. Now we're getting to the contest.
I know I took it completely off course there.
That's all right. Go ahead. This is fine.
All right, that's right, ladies and gentlemen. On the 31st of this month, or next month. Wait, January 31st. Fuck, I don't know what day we're on.
Dude, you don't
So
even
is it
know
in a
what
week?
month.
Is it a week?
It's a
Next
week.
week. It's
Next week.
Holy crap.
This month.
Christ, it
Next.
happens every Tuesday.
I haven't been here. I'm sorry. I don't know what day it is. I'm new.
Do you remember
next month or next Tuesday? Shut up.
It's the 31st.
Next Tuesday is the 31st, and Mr. Charles Chuck Craig Blaster Pro will be giving away an SE14. Yay!
Why did I choose you?
That's right, SE14, and we will be running 20 questions for that one.
20 questions trivia? Yeah.
20 question trivia.
I was reading Jeff's thing, and I was like,
Month, next week. Wow, he's been gone so long he forgot how weeks and months work. Yes,
dude, I don't think we've seen him since like we haven't really seen him since December, really.
I saw him last week, Friday. Wednesday.
Wasn't it your last show? Wasn't the giveaway? Was it?
I
think it was.
I'd have to look.
I don't think you've been here.
I'd have to look because they end up they toss me around like I'm a.
Have you driven by Big Jeff's house yet?
$2. I told you that's not. And he texts me asking me when he can get his.
He
blaster.
can't text me.
Apparently, does he have you as a friend on Facebook?
Yeah, we used to message all the time.
Well, then maybe he doesn't like you.
Maybe he's afraid of me.
Maybe it's because you haven't given him his blaster yet.
I'm just happy I didn't give you text.
Are you going up to Columbus anytime soon? I'm trying to save $20 in shipping. Maybe if what he could do? He could publicly shame me by coming on the show and say, I haven't got that free blaster you promised me yet.
Free blaster. Free blaster.
He's like, oh. All right, so where are we? Oh,
We're
yeah.
still going on the 20 questions, SE14.
Yeah, SE14. And guess what? I didn't get as much done as I wanted, so I did not get it cast yet. So I was going to have new cast pieces. But
it's awful pretty.
But the fully detailed lower receiver, which this was the biggest part
It's
that
like
still needed to be
90% of the gun right there.
Yeah, this is the biggest part that still needed to be done, is now 100% complete. It's actually missing one thing, and this right here, because of all my research and all my work I've done, I know what this should go in this hole right here. See?
There's a joke there.
Yeah, this hole right here.
Where is Cbus? I have duty and footage. Go to Rickenbacker AFB on February. What?
Rickenbacker Air Force Base. CBus is an interface that we were talking about.
Where? Oh, you're asking where in Columbus? He's in the east side of Columbus in Dublin area.
Pack a lunch if you're going to go there.
Yeah.
No.
And if you take it to him, then
remember the escape thing I made you?
He will invite you in and
remember
offer
your
you
safe word. Remember your safe word.
offer you candy.
Do not forget your handcuff.
He may block your car in the driveway. Or at least hang on the mirror as you try to pull away.
Please don't leave me.
We are terrible friends, aren't we?
We are terrible friends. Doesn't make it any less fun.
It does not. And thank you for sending everything in code.
I feel like laying down.
It's been one of those nights. Yeah. So anyway, there is awesome detail. Let Matt explain to the detail.
It smells like paint.
It does smell like paint
and putty. Really nice. Yeah, it actually. So it's got kind of it's normally when Chuck does these, they end up being shiny and polished and everything. But this one has almost like a grit to it. Yeah, that's the best I've got.
The reason why
nobody's talking to you.
You don't know the word.
I don't know what that word is actually. But it's got like a grit to it, so it feels like the old 50s, 60s, 70s where they had the green paint on everything.
It's kind of like a military thing where it breaks up the light. It won't be reflective. And the whole idea is
you're in trouble, blink twice.
The cool thing is I wanted this texture on the gun, so I painted it that way so the mold will reproduce the texture and it will come out that way.
Like, do we have a receiver? Just any receiver? over there?
Any
No, not
blaster
really.
or
Receiver.
Well, yeah, we got some Mausers over there behind you, Hayden.
Yeah. That'll work. Just a Mauser, one of the Mausers over there, sitting on top of the main box area.
He's going to grab the white one. That's a junker. Yeah, there you go. That's the one that's never been painted or anything. It's a little.
So if it wasn't dusty. So I'm going to hold these up, and you're going to notice something. See how this has a little bit of a shine to it? Oh man,
we got to let the light hit it. Just
oh my
right.
God! Like he's got so much dust on it.
It's a stunt.
But you'll notice that it still has kind of a shine to it, and no matter which way I hold this one, it's not going to have a super shine to it at all. And that's kind of what I'm. Mauser is that a squirt gun? It looks like an old. I don't know what that squirt gun is. Like it looks like one of those the ones you pumped up back in the 90s.
A super soaker.
Super soaker. It looks like an old super soaker.
Tell us what it is.
But you can see that this has a nice shine to it, whereas this one will not. It'll catch the light, but it's not going to shine the light back.
You know what? Really, the best example of different textures that are picked up by the casting process.
You're going to have to take this back because I'm going to end up ruining it somehow.
So anyway, I went through all
of... That's a gun emoji? That's not a gun. That's a freaking...
I went through a ton of research. The best articles and measurements and specs on this gun, surprisingly enough, was done, I believe, in a gun magazine in France during the 70s. And guess who found that magazine and then Google translated it?
Hayden.
Me.
Oh, you said guess.
I did it. So anyway, it gave the breakdown procedure of the gun. So I got to learn some of the pieces of the gun. And this, like I said, this hole right here.
And see what pops up.
And
now we're gonna receive a bunch of people.
You're only gonna find pictures that.
I'm not in the glue. Screw you.
Hayden is the glue.
So
this all together.
This hole right here, I need to make a pin for this hole. And what this pin does is the barrel assembly, which is this right here. You pull on the real one, you pop the pin out of this hole, and the trigger assembly comes off. The magazine, actually stays attached to the gun. So this will slide up into the magazine and then click and then put a pin in, and that holds the gun together.
Are you going to make yours like that?
No, I'm not. But I am making my gun so you can orient the bolts.
So it's not exactly accurate, is what you're saying. 10-man armor, Matt Myers.
Hey, there's Matt Myers.
And that is what I mean about knowing who the fuck people are.
I knew. The only reason I remember 10-man armor is Matt Myers is because of you, Matthew. That's why I needed you. So anyway, I ran into a little bit of a struggle over the weekend, and what that struggle was, I tried to stamp the S and the C for the Select Fire on this. I tried to stamp it into this, and I failed miserably. Then I tried to heat the dies up and then melt the S and the C in.
That worked even less.
It almost worked, but didn't work. So what I finally did was I drilled the holes out, machined.
Big friends who left.
And I machined little aluminum discs that will fit perfectly in those holes, and I stamped the letters into it. And then I machined this little disc right here to fill in that area.
Matt says, "What's up, Rodney?"
Hi, Matt.
What's up? But anyway, this is beautiful. And I will tell you right now, all the available 3D models that are out there are not correctly sized.
They are blocky.
So if you get one, you will notice one thing, and that is your finger, your bottom finger, will not fit on the grip. And Mac Gorilla Fingers, tell them how well that fits your hand.
They can see. Like,
look at that. Look at that. So mine is actually properly scaled, which actually might scare me a little bit because I think the ones that were used in Rogue One were taken off the 3D models that are online. So even theirs are a little bit smaller, but the one that Han Solo used or had in the A&H era photo shoots that were done, that was a copy of an original a gun. It's a Remix Favor. It's a Swedish gun. Yeah. Should have pulled up pictures of it. There's not very many good pictures of it. And that's why I had to find that stupid old French
magazine.
That French gun magazine.
It was actually called Ooh La La, but that's a whole nother subject.
Yeah, the Gentleman Shooter Guide. Ooh La La. Anyway, that's where I found a lot of the information, especially the teardown information of the gun, which gives a huge amount of help.
Before this goes any further, I'm betting $5 that Straka knows where Ooh La La comes from, since you apparently didn't.
It gives you a huge...
It's not French, it's Swedish.
I did say it was Swedish, but the article was in French. It was a French magazine.
I got it first.
The submachine gun is French or Swedish.
That's what I said. It was Swedish.
But this person's like, the French.
It was in a French magazine. I'm sorry. Some of the best pictures and the only pictures I've ever found of this gun broken down into its individual components, like the bolt, like the lower receiver assembly, all that stuff. The like this piece right here. This is pinned to the gun, and these two pins right here are what hold the stock on. So this is the stock mount, and it's pinned to the gun. And you can see I used what I use. If you don't know, Rodney knows the term.
Pins?
Rodney?
God damn it.
What are they?
Shut up, Rodney.
It begins with an R.
God, I know
Receptacle.
use them.
You use them, yes.
I have a kit for this.
You may have purchased these roll pins. Roll pins, yes,
So
class.
Matt Meyer did get the reference, though.
Matt did?
Yeah. Ooh La La.
The
Back to the Future.
Is that what it was?
BTTF, Back to the Future.
Yeah, I guess.
Remember when Biff has the cover on the...
Yeah.
Ooh La La!
That was...
Ooh La La!
That was 2, right? The least of the 3.
I think, yeah.
Yep. It
Was that 2 or 3?
It was 2. It was the least of the 3.
Yeah, because 3 was the Old West one.
Yep.
When are they making 4?
What? I don't know that that's happening.
They shouldn't.
They should not.
Not with the way Michael J. Fox is
Oh
now.
my gosh.
Or a reboot.
No.
That's bullshit.
Oh my gosh. I saw a reboot. What did I see a reboot of the other day? And I was just, they're doing Night Court. They got a reboot of Night Court. It's not, I'm sorry, it's a continuation.
Do you remember? Does everybody remember?
It's his daughter. It's now, yeah.
Does everybody remember Bull Mania? Do you remember Bull Mania?
Bull was great.
Like he was like the breakout star of the show.
Right?
Everybody loved Bull.
Metal Store, his greatest movie.
He's kind of like Seinfeld's Kramer.
Yeah.
Wait, no. What, Sword and the Sorcerer? Or Metal Store? Which one was his best movie?
I don't know.
Are we talking absolute best, or are we talking like the shitty best?
Absolute worst. Yeah.
Then I have to go with Metal Storm.
Oh, wow.
It's a little blonde from Big Bang Theory, I think, as the judge daughter. I don't know. I just saw that on because my wife had mentioned it. I'm like, no.
Now, out of the Big Bang Theory cast, she would be the one I would expect to have already spent all her money, and she still needs to work.
That's rough, man.
That's really biting.
That's.
Is that terrible?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
Matt Meyer also states that the Proton Pack is looking pretty sweet.
It is, and it has lights. You can go find the lights on Rodney's. Would you do Facebook?
Yeah.
Are
They're
we
on
mentioning
Facebook.
those other things you're doing, or are we not?
Yes, we're gonna get there.
You didn't like share that with me.
You wanna share?
I don't know.
All right.
No, I'm good. If you're,
Well, look it over real quick and see if any of those topics you want to talk about.
No, I'm good.
You're good. Okay, I'm just having.
I don't know why Etsy's on there. We didn't talk about Etsy.
Because
But shouldn't you have talked about it with? Because then that's
no, it splits up the topic.
Splits up your topic. That's not the way you're supposed to do that.
The reason why, ladies and gentlemen, this does not have all the pieces on it tonight. Remember when I first brought it out earlier this month, or maybe late last month? I had it all taped, or I had it all rubber band together.
Yes, because you're.
And it made a complete gun. is because we showed an image of one gun, a gun that's over 100 years old, and it was only a picture. It was on an overhead projector, and we got a community strike, and our stream got shut down. Now,
You think this is going to might get you shut down?
Maybe not. Maybe it's got the orange tip on it. So
YouTube, look. Is the grip compatible as the Skiff Blast? No, it is not. It is not. I will go ahead and say it's comfy. It's comfy.
It's
but
much.
The DL18 is my go-to.
It's like a wet, warm
hug.
Yeah,
for your penis.
Yeah, that's what the deal is. Our director is just over there.
That was an audible sigh.
Yeah, he's sprung another leak. No, it is not like the DL18. The DL18 is like
a masterpiece.
Yeah, it's like you're not even holding a blaster. It's like you're holding your best friend, or your lover, or your member.
That's not creepy at all, man.
No, that is creepy. But anyway, no, it is not quite like the DL18. The DL18.
I'm trying to make Straka laugh. He said he needed a laugh. So I'm trying to do it as much as possible.
Alex said he needed a laugh too, didn't he?
I don't know.
Hopefully.
I saw Straka said that he needed a laugh and he said why he needed a laugh. So I'm trying to make Straka laugh.
So anyway, the DL18 is a special
spooning with a DL18.
That's
valid.
That's actually exactly what it's like holding it. Yeah. And you're the little spoon.
Oh. I never get to be the little spoon.
Just like being caressed by the world.
I never get to be the. That's the only reason I want to be the little spoon so much because
it's like being back in the womb, right?
Yeah. I'm holding my DL18 now. That's right. Fondly. What?
This whole thing has gone sideways. Maybe we should continue to go back to the list.
I'm the reason the list.
All right. Welcome back, Matt.
Hi.
All right. Let me read. So,
the holster is almost done. Ooh, he's making a holster for DL18.
You know that we're gonna subtitle Rodney as the new talent.
I heard.
It's pronounced Talante.
Talante.
I couldn't spell it like that. It's Italian.
It's kind of a 3-man panel right now.
All right, I put it on the BlasterPro thing.
There you go. Good deal.
Now you can see the freaking lights.
Lights, camera, action.
Do you see the light?
Walk towards the light.
Now in Poltergeist, I said, don't walk towards the light. All right.
Come back, Carol Ann.
So, the shop, or here.
Rodney looks like a hipster, high chair, legs crossed, and a scarf.
He's actually looking like someone's waiting for a shoe shine.
Nick, I'm holding my DL44. Well, I'm sure you are.
Yeah, see, the thing about a DL44 and a DL18, the DL18 is like love making, and a DL44 is just kind of like,
banging one out.
Yeah, it's a lot more.
I get what you're saying.
It's a lot more raw and crude, but.
And now I'm holding my E11.
That's a whole different story. You're going to need a partner for that one. Can we sexualize blasters all night long? Yes, we can.
I can. All night. All night long.
Dude, Bob and Tom back in the day had this thing about a musical condom.
Never mind. I was going to do. I can take that all.
The only gag that I remember from that whole thing was
1997 called. They want their memory back.
The only joke I can remember from that whole gag was for those lonely nights. It played "Just Beat It."
Just beat it. Sorry.
All right, so. We're actually we got 15 minutes to go, and we're right at the halfway mark on the page. So anyway,
I blame Rodney.
So for this year, We are planning to do some things, some new things, some old things, but we're trying to be committed. We realized last year that we got a little laxed. And we got really lax around.
This is all him.
Yeah. Because I have to prepare the show and then fill him in, and he actually follows along. Rodney is kind of like hooks a trailer hitch up and just goes with. Matt actually wants to be in the passenger seat and help back the trailer up.
Still does the intro.
That does.
I don't know what's going on.
Because you don't take notes. Matt took notes until he got tired of taking notes.
Yeah,
So
but you wrote those after I took my notes, so I don't want to hear it.
he could continue to take notes, but he stopped.
The show is missing Joe. He kept it on track.
Yes.
He backs up the truck.
So basically,
He backs that truck up.
so our computers, this whole show runs through a little box. Now we could set this box up.
It's magic.
Yes,
Black magic.
we could set this box up to where Joe could remotely run it. So if Joe really was committed to the show, he could sit at home in West Virginia and direct us from there. Although it'd be very difficult because we'd actually have to have a live stream going with him also at the same time. But he could start the show, end the show, and shut us off just like he used to. Yeah, exactly like that. But Joe, Joe didn't mess around. Joe, actually, the co-host takes notes. Joe would also take notes, and he was like, "You guys are way off topic." I was like, "I wrote the topics. I can change it." And Joe's like, "No, you can't. It's right here." Back on topic, guys. And that's what he would do. And then when he felt like we were going long, he just stopped mid-sentence.
I don't know. Without the threat of physical violence, I don't think he can keep us online.
Yeah, but it's easy for Joe. He just stands up and he's like, "Okay, Joe."
He can't.
Yeah, but if he's in West Virginia, he can't.
That is true. That is true. He would have to give Hayden a BB gun. Pop, pop. Ah!
I wouldn't aim for the face.
That's good. That's
There you go.
good.
Yeah, exactly. So anyway, new for this year are old for last year. How about last year we didn't get to it? But anyway, so for the show, we're going to try to commit to having something worthwhile for you guys to watch.
This is his New Year's resolution.
Yes.
Make it a movie?
This New Year's
From
resolution. And basically, rather than just, for 47 minutes having us dick around, he's going to start actually doing stuff. Say, like, I don't know.
Kind of like when we started
I know.
Kind of like when we started originally.
The speeder bike. Or Fat Trooper.
Fat Trooper. Okay. So
Parallax.
I'll have it loaded.
You should. I think you should have just had Parallax loaded for all this month.
For nothing else, and to just at the very end of the stream, just one quick.
Which is funny because Parallax might be coming from out there. So anyway, I wanted to start making sure that we had at least one or two worthwhile nuggets within the show. And yes, we kind of got overloaded with some work. I think really it went sideways at con time for us.
At con, and then ever since con, it just
ever since con, we have never recovered and had any shows that really. We had shows that had good stuff in them, but it wasn't consistent.
They weren't valid.
And no, that's why we worked so hard this month to do Explain Parallax. Scaling from photographs, scaling from models, and the whole scaling thing, and then laying out what the scaling formula is for your ability to take something.
You should you should force people to watch the entire show and make the trivia based on the randomness.
Like Clockwork Orange?
See, we're not masochists. We're not. Now, we have in the past. Like, if you remember our big, was it our 1 year giveaway? Our 1 year anniversary, you did have to tune in every week.
Oh, yeah.
To be a part of it. Or
you set it up to where you had, you would miss points if you didn't.
Yeah. So, you had to be here. You had to be in attendance. You had to sit down for roll call.
And you had to participate in order to get points, in order to get the, I think it was an E11
It was a
and
blaster a month. We did, ended up
You
being,
did 5 blasters that month.
it ended up being 4 blasters that month, but it started with the month before. So it was 5 giveaways in a row. That's 5 different blasters in a row that we gave away.
How many of those have already gone out?
They've all gone out, except for one, but someone else opted for something else.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
That did take another year to get done, but we're not going to talk about that. Special requests.
He's still a little butthurt.
Is he really?
You are.
No, I'm not butthurt. I don't care. That was a lot easier to do than what I was planning to do. But anyway, regardless, we the only month you may have to, Rodney, when's your birthday again? July is Rodney's month. Rodney has control of the game and the topic for the game. We're giving what do we just call Rodney's birthday month? Just bad movie, B movie month, and that's pretty much Rodney does the whole month, picks the movie and everything.
I think you might have to queue up Matt's back for August. I mean,
no, but actually, I think it's fun because Rodney loves B movies. I love B movies. Hayden is starting to love B movies ever since he fell in love with Hell Comes to Frogtown and realized there's potential when people don't have any money. They can be very inventive on story and effects. And Hell Comes to Frogtown is a perfect example of that. Dude.
Did you ever watch America 3000 yet?
No, but I watched Cherry.
No, you have my copy of America 3000.
I know, I do, I know.
It is beautiful.
I tried to get Hayden. We didn't finish Arena. Remember that? And then the disc.
I love that movie etched in my brain. Space Chicks or whatever.
Oh, that's the one.
Oh, the one you put on last week.
Space Boobs. No, Space Babes.
Space Babes.
That was great, wasn't it? It actually had space boobs.
It had space boobs.
When Rodney's movie, Space Boobs in Space, had no boobs in it.
Had no boobs, had no space.
It had this really freakishly weird woman in front of a sheet.
Matt says Hell Comes to Frogtown is etched on his in his brain.
And it's great, isn't it? I mean, Roddy Piper.
With Seinfeld?
With Seinfeld.
Nick just comes up with something with Seinfeld. I don't know what's going on.
They told me that they launched the Duke, so I have no idea what that means either.
I think Nick might be on prescription medication.
I know he's on.
I watched the Duke.
So anyway, this year the commitment is
You're supposed to go dark, aren't you?
On this show, more builds and more projects, and of course, more learny stuff like how to get things to stick to other things, which we've done before, but we might do
plenty of stick to things.
Yeah, but you know what? It's kind of hard because a lot of their stuff is on Facebook and it doesn't translate to here. And we've decided not to recover the Facebook library to bring here.
He did some of it.
He did do some of it, and then you didn't like the process.
Because it got harder as I tried to do it.
Yeah, I know. I haven't even gone back and looked at any of those old ones.
Facebook gave us a broader amount
Facebook gave us a much broader audience.
It also gave us a pain in the ass.
And this is actually YouTube. Since we started at Facebook, and it was working well on Facebook until Facebook changed everything, we have never recaptured the same audience we had. That's a fact.
Valid.
We averaged over 200 views a week when here we're lucky to get 100. But we still persevere, and actually we still enjoy doing it. You enjoy doing it?
B movie. Oh, never mind.
Yeah. You enjoy doing it. I enjoy doing it. So we still continue to do it. So projects that were put on hold, dropped for whatever reason. I think the Wrecker project, Matt wasn't here consistently enough to continue with the Wrecker project. So that's back on the table.
Is it all together?
No, we needed you here to finish putting it all together.
You didn't you could have put most of it together because we tried it on multiple times.
We did. Only the upper half, not the bottom half. I think we got
Fat Trooper is correct.
Fat Trooper also will come back. Yes. As much as I hate Fat Troopers coming back because that means I need to get back in my onesie.
That's great. That is a great look for you, sir. I don't care.
Oh,
it's sexy.
Yeah. Anyway,
you have Etsy on there for a new
speeder bike. The only reason we did not continue with the speeder bike is because the weather has been wintry. It's been unusually warm and great and wonderful, but when it's like that, we weren't planning to do anything outside.
And now
it's a winter wonderland. So we're going to wait until the weather changes, gets nice, to when we start remaking all the wooden pieces on the speeder bike out of aluminum. So that is coming up this year also. We just need to wait for the weather to change and get nice out and have fun with that. So we got speeder bike, wrecker, Fat Trooper, and then there's going to be much more stuff coming.
And more.
What's left on it?
And like I said, learny stuff.
We're still going. We got a while. Don't bother.
I want to start maybe a series of shop tips, things to save money and make things work in your workshop. All kinds of little nicks, little tricks and stuff like that.
Without having to pay more.
Yeah. I mean, who wants to buy measuring cups when you can,
use a cup?
So on the YouTube channel itself, Hayden and I both have been working on a new series that it's going to be up and out by itself. It's going to be basically exploring Star Wars blasters. Breaking down the blaster, all the greeblies, the scopes, all the pieces that make up a blaster. And we're going to talk about a little bit of their history, what they are, where they came from, and how they were all assembled to make, your iconic blasters from Star Wars. That's going to be in a 5 minutes or less type series. So it's going to be exploring blasters 5 minutes or less. So
those won't star me at all.
Yeah, it's just planning.
That's going to be Chuck.
You won't even. All you will get is
the Bob Ross of blasters.
All you'll be getting is my voice. It's just going to be
Arduino instructions, tips.
So basically, all I'm going to do is that's Rodney's department. All I'm going to do is I'm going to come up with a script, read the script. Hayden's going to take the script and then throw visual cues, pictures, videos, and all that stuff.
I think he should have you doing it, and I can read the script. That would be even funnier.
You know what? You can read the script if you want.
No, I want you to be like there and just my voice coming out of your body because it'd be funny.
Oh, I'm not even going to. It's not even going to be like this format or anything. It's going to be my voice and just blasters, and we're going to rip through it, and then we're going to be done. 5 minutes or less. It's just a quick, somewhat deep, but not very deep. We're going so far, and then we're coming right back up. We're not going to go super deep into them, not like I can. And like I can sit here and from this point on talk until midnight about blasters.
He's trying to go really fast on these last topics.
Yes.
And I'm trying to just mess with him. I'm just letting you know.
Also, there might be, Hayden doesn't like the idea, but there might be just random build videos. Like I might be working on a part, just like this right here when I was making these pieces for this blaster out of aluminum. There might be just a quickie little in-shop video of me making just these small pieces. It's not an overall,
but just a quickie.
It's not it wouldn't be like an overall blaster tutorial. It would be just like little parts, little snips and whatever of what I'm doing here. The reason why we figured out that it's very hard for all of us to get, or for me and the director here to get together to film and do stuff down here, unless we have an army of GoPros and can cover all angles, it's kind of very difficult to do everything with just one camera.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Can we get more cameras?
Till we get more cameras. Anyway, next up, Etsy. Etsy will be
blaster a month. Yes, I did read.
Etsy will be getting at least, hopefully, one new blaster a month this year, and the goal is to very quickly get to the original inventory of blasters that I had. And this month we're planning to get 4 blasters up, either during this last week of the month and in the beginning.
an idea for a video. And that's Etsy.com/live.
That'd be cool.
Blaster
Anyway,
Pro for all your blaster needs.
We're trying to get the old inventory back up. Some of those parts actually need, which was kind of a weird reprieve. Like I need to make molds and they're no longer up. So I need to make molds and they're no longer up. So I just didn't put them back up. Stuff like the force pike, which is kind of dumb because the force pike was a huge seller. Do you know how many force pikes?
Money.
I was selling so many force pikes.
Makes money.
I got sick of force pikes, but they do make money, and yes, they do sell very well. The problem is they will not be offered at the same price. They were about, I think, $80 before, somewhere in that range.
And then Rodney went to Texas.
And then Rodney went to Texas, and everything is over $100 now. one are all planning to be up this month or at the beginning of next month, and that is and that's just going to continue. E11s are going to start going up. New versions of E11s are going to start going up that I've never had before, because I'm currently working on the Return of Jedi E11 to get to the ability to do the ESB, Return of the Jedi, and Andor DH-17s. I need to do research on the Rogue One DH-17s.
You should like make one. You should take one E11, like one of the tips, and just paint it completely orange, just so you can interchange it to everything.
Actually, I kind of already started doing stuff like that. But actually, what it was the E11. I build one E11 with an orange tip, and then take it all apart and then build it in all the different configurations.
Yeah. When I get the kits done, I'm gonna have to put an orange tip on the door.
No, because it's not a firearm. It's not a gun. You're fine.
So the educated.
Also, I'm also planning to introduce new kits. Very few blasters had kits available. The only kits I really had available were the Mirror Sun Power 5 came as a kit. It came as a Greebly kit, and it also came as a complete kit with the Mauser. But I'm going to start introducing some other kits also. What else was another?
DL-18.
The DL-21 was a kit blaster. I offered that as a kit. The ones I never offered as a kit were DL-44s and E11s. And that might be coming this year, but there is definitely going to be more kit blasters available. I'm just not sure which ones. Kits are a funny thing because there's a certain amount of work of cleanup and fixing to build a kit. And sometimes people, even though they want to say, oh, I would like to buy the blaster for $120, but do you have anything else? It's like, yeah, I have a kit for $60.
But it requires a lot of cleaning.
It requires work, and then they get the kit. Kits are a dangerous
and then
realm.
They got pissy because
then
like,
you get upset customers because, oh, you mean I have to sand and fix things and fit things? And like, well, yeah.
You got to put it together? Oh, my gosh.
It's like, what do you think that extra $60 went for you getting a finished one? It is me sanding, fitting, and making sure everything was good and cleaning it up. And painting. Oh, wow. You know what?
Oh, you could build a scratch build kit where you can sell them resin. No, that's a bad idea.
Here's 6 ounces of resin. Here you go.
Here's a quarter resin. Go for it. All right. So, yes. And BlasterProShop.com.
BlasterProShop.com.
This one I have not spoken to Hayden about lately, but we need to get that up and functioning and working. So one of the goals I have early in this part of the year is to go to that, clean it up, refine it, and then figure out how
to make it work.
As long as it doesn't cost me a lot of money. And the last time we checked, it was going to be a little bit expensive, but there were some cheats to work around it. We're going to get that as a order, and just go ahead and you can order and pay on site and get your stuff. So that's what we're going to try. We're going to fix BlasterPro.com is what our plan is.
BlasterProShop.com.
Yes.
You said that.
BlasterProShop.com?
No, then I'm going to fix it. Now.
Like throughout the year or just BlasterProShop.com?
in the shop, this is a project that has been working.
We're going to put it up again.
Festering. And we have in the past, I don't know if we've in the past threatened you with this build, but we are going to go ahead and finish the vac mold machine for this workshop. The reason why is the record kit that's being built for him will not be a record kit that's built for him for you. It's going to be a record kit built for him to be vac formed, and then it'll be for you. And then he will be our wrecker.
I'm gonna wreck it. Wait, no, that's the wrong one.
Rodney's going to be our tech, and I don't want to hang out with you guys, so I'm going to be your crosshair.
Wow.
And you know what, Hayden?
Wow.
Let's do a quick review, and we will end this stream, everyone.
He's trying hard. Like, do you see how fast he sped through all that stuff? Did you see how fast he sped through all of that? Because usually that would take us a long time. And I tried to at least like give him a little bit of
So I hope. Oh yes, and please, everyone out there, you guys, offer topics. Even while we're having a night going on like this, you can throw out a topic. Let's discuss this. Let's talk about this.
Nick says he's going to be 5s.
Cool, 5s.
We got to cut off his arm, so
and we need to stick a thing like a matrix thing into his brain.
Yep.
Let's put it. We have plenty of drills down here, and
so the drill press would probably work best for that.
Nobody will notice.
Anything you guys out there want to talk about, we're also open to that. So you can sidetrack the night. We'll work around it. We'll make it all fit because we love input. We love the feedback. We love everything going on out there with you guys coming back to us. And don't forget
he's going to be Echo because 5s.
Don't forget to join us.
He's right.
It is Echo. Yes. Don't forget to join us next week when we give away this lovely blaster.
Next time, same bat time, same bat channel.
And Matt will be here keeping score.
How does the stun setting get changed on the blaster?
It is right here. Select fire, click stun. You're good.
S for stun, C for kill.
Yeah. So there you go. C for kill.
I don't think that's how that works.
But that's how it's set. Where's it set?
Kill.
Kill
Based
with a
on your
C
statement.
and S for safety.
C for chlamydia.
C is for cookie. That's good enough for me.
Good night, everybody.
C is for cookie. That's good enough for me.